Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on our post-game interview session here with the GSW, members of the GSW baseball team. On your right, Coach McLean's left, Mr. Matt Hubbard on your screen's left, Coach's right, outfielder Evan Alderman, head coach Brian McLean in the middle. Coach, if you would, the Hurricanes drop a 7-2 decision to non-conference decision to Middle Georgia State University today. Your take, thoughts on the ball game, and just share with us where you're at here after today's contest.
Well, you got to tip your hat to Middle Georgia. They came in ready to play. Jumped out early on us, and we just never had an answer for them. And they continued to tack on runs, which kind of kills any momentum that you might be getting when you go out and get some stops. But just, I guess, disappointed in the coaches and myself, most importantly, just didn't have my guys. We just wasn't ready to play today, and that falls on my shoulders. And we got to make sure we do that a better job leading into this weekend for opening conference play. So, you know, I gotta do my job a little bit better to make sure these guys are ready to play. Better than we did today, that's for sure.
All right. Yeah, the Hurricanes falling behind 7-0, have a chance to kind of get something going late. A couple runs in the 8th, leaving runners on to close out that inning, and then coming up empty with a runner on second in the 9th. Needed more than just that one to come back. We were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Evan, just kind of your takeaway on how it was out there, the pitching you faced, and kind of just your thoughts of where you are at yourself this time of year and where you'd like to be.
I mean, you pretty much said it. We were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That's unacceptable. We just got to do a better job of capitalizing on opportunities, and we'll get there, but we just aren't there yet.
Okay. All right, thanks. And Matt, as far as what you had to face on the other side, I know they had some pretty good sticks, some guys with a little bit of power. Just kind of your strategy going in and what you found from their hitters as the game progressed.
Well, I guess strategy was get ahead early, attack the zone. Had some trouble with, I was getting ahead in the count, 2 strikes on a lot of guys, just couldn't put them away. Some of them, the hitters did a good job of fouling pitches off. They weren't really chasing much and low in the zone, so that made it a lot tougher to finish them off.
Do you find it difficult? It seemed like the strike zone, while consistent, may have been a little bit high today. Is that something where, is that hard for you to adjust? Is it something where you're used to throwing low, and now you're like, well, there are opportunities there to go high, but I'm just not used to kind of hitting that spot in the zone? What was any take from a pitcher's perspective?
I mean, it can make it tough, but as you watch the game, throughout the game, you can see what the umpire's zone is.
Sure.
If he's calling the ball up, then you got to pay attention to that and make sure you're going to get that call. Where he's not calling it low, then you'll get frustrated when he's not calling it, even though it may be a strike.
And then, so we move into Peach Belt Conference play. Still plenty of non-conference action ahead for those midweek games, but Columbus State this weekend, historically very strong program in the Peach Belt. We are away Friday night in a doubleheader on Saturday. Looking ahead, Coach, just any thoughts on Columbus State or any thoughts on where you feel the team is moving into conference play?
Well, typically Columbus State has always been kind of a thorn in our side, that's for sure. We've had some exciting games over at their place. I can remember being, 1 strike away from games and winning games in past years. And so it's always a challenge to go in and play at their place, especially. Coach Appleton does a great job, recruiting every year and bringing in good players and good teams. And, we got our hands full. But I think this team's up to the challenge, most definitely. But if we show up with the kind of energy and effort and play like we had today, then it'll be the same old story that it's been in years past. We'll come up on the short end of the stick. So, hopefully the rain will cooperate. We'll have a good day of practice tomorrow and Thursday. Kind of put this one aside. That's a good thing about baseball. You get an opportunity to get back on the field really quick, so you don't have to sit and digest this thing for so long. But we'll talk about things tomorrow and make sure that, I'll make sure I do a better job of making sure these guys are ready to play.
All right, gentlemen, appreciate the time. Best of luck at Columbus State this weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next week after Valdosta State.